Welcome back to On the Clock on the Rocket Productions Network. I'm your host, Dawson McNall. My good friends Jay Speary and Scotty Carr will join me shortly. If you have missed any episodes of On the Clock, go find the Rocket Productions Network on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. All of our episodes are also available on the Rocket Productions YouTube channel, and if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Be sure to also check out Rocket Productions on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. All right, well, as everybody can see, Scotty is finally back. He had a month hiatus. He still can't walk, but we are glad to have back our best analyst, or analyst.
Oh, for sure. I'm back.
All right, so your first thing back, we're going to talk about the James Harden trade. James Harden traded to the Clippers at like 2 a.m. one morning. The Clippers received P.J. Tucker, James Harden, and Filip Petrovic. The Sixers got back 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a pick swap, Robert Covington, KJ Martin, Nick Batum, and Marcus Morris. I feel like this helps the Sixers a lot, giving them some depth at that 3 and 4 spot with Rocco and Marcus Morris. Batum will be a good veteran locker room presence, and I honestly don't know much about KJ Martin.
Yeah, I was listening to some of the stuff about this. You had a little beef between James Harden and Joel Embiid, with James Harden going out and saying the 76ers limited him in what he could do, and then Embiid fighting back after the game saying 76ers let him do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
And so there's a little beef going on between that, but I don't know. The Clippers have got a lot now. I mean,
they have a insane starting five.
You got James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Russ, PG. It's a stacked lineup that's probably will be very injured by the end of the year, though.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So I think if we're gonna look at their starting lineup, it's probably gonna go something along the lines of like Tyrese Maxey, Furkan Korkmaz, Tobias Harris, Marcus Morris.
And
Joel, and maybe Robert Covington. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're a super deep team still, but they definitely got a little bit more depth now. So the NFL trade deadline was this week. Had a couple deals done, nothing too unexpected. Chase Young get traded to the Niners. This, I think, was the most unexpected thing for me. Jace, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, kind of unexpected, but Commanders got a couple thirds and a fifth out of that, and the 49ers defense is now probably the best defense in the league now.
I would say it already probably realistically was.
But now adding him to the line, I mean, the edge rush is going to be.
Yeah, him and they played together in college. Yeah. I think they're going to be a unit. And then Vikings traded for Joshua Dobbs, hopefully to kind of fill that hole of they got Josh Dobbs in a 7th. The Cardinals received a 6th-round pick.
Well, they won't need Josh Dobbs if Cousins is anything like A-Rod. Making that return off the Achilles. He'll be back by playoffs.
And then in other NFL news, the Raiders fired their head coach and general manager. The second time their head coach has been fired within the regular season. Their interim head coach, however, Antonio Pierce, his press conference, he's like your typical Raiders fan, with the attitude and the moxie and just the way he carries himself. I think he's a perfect fit. I don't know if he's going to be the best coach because he's yet to coach a game yet, but I do think that could be fun to watch, or at least him.
Was he assistant?
He was the linebackers coach. Moving over to college football here, KU, big time upset over Oklahoma. Jace, you want to talk about beating the boys?
I had a little insight before the game that the wagon was going to tip over in the 4th quarter. And so, I mean, OU kind of blew it. I mean, it's simple. KU's better. OU just wasn't in the game. I mean,
yeah, no, they could not really throw the ball to save their lives. Dylan Gabriel, 14 of 19 for 171 yards and a pick. No touchdowns. Walker went in on KU's defense. He also had 146 yards on the ground, and then Stoops was OU's leading receiver with 76 yards.
Yeah, Neal had a game, got a touchdown,
112 yards.
Yep. So it was a good game to watch, but
yeah, OU was favored pretty heavily, if I'm not mistaken. So now there's a big tie for first place in the Big 12. Or I guess, yeah, it's K-State, OU, Texas,
Iowa
State.
Yeah.
Is there one more, or is KU right on the outside?
KU's on the outside 'cause we're 6.
And then I think Oklahoma State's tied too.
Yeah.
Yep. So K-State plays Texas this week, and that's not going to knock one of them out of contention.
Who do you play, Texas?
Texas, yeah.
Did I say KU's ranked 21 now?
I think so. KU's 21. I think K-State's 23. Let me check. Yeah, K-State's 23. So K-State, pretty big win over Houston, 41-0. It was expected. Houston's not the best team in the Big 12.
K-State's on a run right now, too.
Yeah, we have outscored opponents 41-0 and 41-3 over our last two games, 82-0. But 3-game winning streak, looking to move that on to 4 at Texas. That's going to be a tough one. But I think this could kind of be like the last boost we need to get a sure spot in that Big 12 game, or Big 12 title game. So we're going to go to commercial break real quick, and then we're going to be back with a lot more NFL news. When someone asks you what the best trio of all time is, some people may say Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman, or maybe Alvin and the Chipmunks. While most will say the Three Stooges, there's only one right answer, and that answer is Dawson, Jason, Scotty. To find out why, make sure to check out On the Clock every Friday on Rocket Productions. All right, everybody, welcome back. The Chiefs fell to the Broncos pretty hard.
Yeah.
They hit their face flat on the ground. They did not look good. Lost 24-9, no touchdowns. Mahomes was sick. Everybody thought, maybe he'd have a flu game, and he didn't.
He had a flu game.
It was sickening.
Not in a good way.
He was 24 for 240 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. I don't know the last time Mahomes had no touchdowns.
I think he's at 7 interceptions now, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty quick for him.
And you'd think with only 240 in the air, we'd at least had something on the ground, which we really didn't. Pacheco had 40 yards, Mahomes had 20, Clyde with 4, and Cole with 3. So, barely over 300 yards of offense on the day.
And Mahomes is getting the whole team sick right now. I heard Clyde's out this week with illness.
Okay.
So it's starting to go around the whole team, I guess.
Yeah, and then if you look on the Broncos side of the ball, they only had a 14 through the air, 3 touchdowns for Russ.
Very efficient.
But they had close to 150 on the ground. Jerry Jeudy had 2 receptions for 50 yards. Cortland Sutton 2 for 29. But yeah, Chiefs really need a rebound win this week. Because who we got? We got the Dolphins. Yeah, in Germany, 8:30 on Saturday or Sunday.
And then the Eagles.
Yeah, and then the Eagles get these two.
Two big games.
Because we had a stretch there where we had the Bears and then the Jets and then the Vikings and the Broncos and then the Chargers. I think the Jets are a game over 500. The Vikings are 500, and I don't think the Chargers or Broncos are 500. We gotta pick things up. Moving on here, Jets did win over the Giants. They moved to 4-3. We think they can make the playoffs.
I don't know. I don't think that division's not very good, is it?
No. Or no.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, the division's good, I think they can squeak in, not as a top 4.
They'll be a wild card for
Yeah.
sure, but because the AFC's not doing great this year. They could sneak in pretty.
We're just beating ourselves up too much.
Yeah.
And then Vikings have fought their way back to 4-4 after what, a 1-3 start, I think, or was it 0-4?
I think it was 0-3. Then they went to 1-3.
And then they'd lose Kirk Cousins, so gonna affect them some. But I think they're gonna be okay long term.
But can we talk about they're playing better without Justin Jefferson?
Maybe.
Jordan Addison.
Chiefs make that call. And then Niners have dropped 3 in a row. They got a bye week this week.
Yeah.
So Brock Purdy's back in Iowa helping his fiance with their farm. He was cutting some corn. But that was funny. And then Lions bounce back win over Raiders led to the GM and coach getting they're now 6-2. Bengals 4-3 after a close win over the Niners. Panthers got their first win over the Texans. They're 1-6 this year. But they don't have their first pick, do they? They don't have
No,
their own
Bears
first.
do.
So Bears got to be happy. Bears got to be mad about that one, but they got to be happy overall. And then, did you watch the game last night?
Some parts of it.
Will Levis kind of came back down to earth a little bit. He had 4 touchdowns in his debut.
Mm-hmm.
He balled, but I think he had, I don't remember his exact stats.
He
but
had decent yardage.
I think he had decent yardage, but I think he had 2 picks.
Yeah, it wasn't as clean of a game.
But
I mean, it's his second start. It's gonna
happen.
Yeah,
I mean, not everybody can beat Mahomes.
for real.
All right, we're gonna send it to another quick commercial, and then we're gonna be back with some NBA trivia.
At Happy House, you can experience the rich Chinese flavors right here in Kansas, all prepared with love and care. From dumplings to Chinese donuts, Happy House got something to satisfy every craving. Head down to Happy House where happiness and deliciousness collide. To contact Happy House, call 316-776-7888.
All right, welcome back. Today we're gonna have a Throwback Thursday. So 5 years ago, Sports Illustrated released their list of the top NBA players. So we're gonna go through here, and I want you guys to tell me who you think was higher. You guys want to buzz in with your name, or
Wait, so when was this list made?
2018.
Okay.
So
Or just we can each answer. whatever.
Yeah, you
Like,
guys
we'll
can
just
each
whisper,
an-
we
yeah.
just whisper it to you.
or no, y'all can.
Or okay.
Yeah, it was. How did we used to do it?
One would go first and then the next.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. All right. So first up, we got Rodney Hood or D'Angelo Russell. Mind you, this is going into the 2018 season. I don't know.
18 is probably still on the Lakers.
Oh yeah, you're right. Rodney Hood.
Rodney Hood, I believe, was on the Jazz at this time.
Weren't they like terrible?
They weren't great.
I'll go D'Lo.
I was gonna say go young D'Lo.
No, Rodney Hood, 87th.
How old was he
D'Lo.
then?
I
I assume Rodney Hood was older. And
I'm guessing Rodney
more.
Hood was probably like 24, 25. D'Lo at like 19 or 20.
I guess D'Lo didn't really blossom until
He was a little bit
the
older,
Nets.
yeah.
Until he got to the Nets.
D'Lo was ranked 100th in the league. So now we got DeMar DeRozan versus Joel Embiid.
18.
I think DeMar was still on the Raptors.
I'm
go
a,
DeMar.
yeah, I don't want to go the same, but I was gonna go DeMar.
Yeah, but DeMar was 36. Joel was 41. So he's really grown. He's really grown over the last 5
Joel
years.
probably was in the league for like 2 years.
He probably would have been. And then next up we got Chris Paul versus John Wall. John Wall was on the Wizards, and I'm
So
guessing
basically
Chris Paul was he
fraud.
Clippers last year? Clippers maybe.
Uh,
Clippers or
18
Rockets?
18 was probably beginning of Rockets.
Yeah, one of those two.
If it was probably, if we're thinking beginning of Rockets, he just came off of probably one of the, I don't know, smoothest teams, I'd say, Lob City. So I'm gonna go him.
I'm gonna go. 2018 John Wall was still pre-injuries,
Yeah, he was good.
so I'm gonna go John Wall.
Nah,
That's kind of a shot.
It was Chris Paul,
Okay.
but John Wall, he had some highlights.
He was good.
He
Pre-injuries.
was good.
and then-
Oh my, he
then
was so good.
He hit a wall and just.
All right, next up we got Andre Drummond and Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder.
Some
Two
nobodies.
very good role players.
Yeah. People thought Andre Drummond was going to be a star there for a minute when he was on the
Yeah.
Pistons. People were, oh man, he's the next Wilt.
2018 Andre Drummond or Jay Crowder.
I'm just gonna go with Jay Crowder. They're like literally role players.
Now they are.
Go Andre Drummond.
It was Jay Crowder.
It
Jay
was.
Crowder was
What
the
team was he on?
That's
in
the
2018?
I'm guessing the Celtics.
He's bounced around.
He's
a
been on
lot.
so many teams. I would guess
Is he
the
still on
Celtics.
the Suns right now?
I think.
Oh, there's like the Bucks or something. I don't know.
No, it might
got
be the
moved
Bucks.
around
I think it's the
again.
Bucks.
Because he was on the Suns last year.
Yeah, I think Andre Drummond. So he was in his rising star phase.
Yeah.
Probably a year later, he came crashing down. Jay Crowder was the 44th best player in the NBA.
Dang.
That's
Who-
Jay Crowder,
That's crazy.
according to Sports Illustrated. All right, next up we got all-time great Dirk Nowitzki or Miles Turner.
2018. Derek's old, but I feel like you're trying to mess with us. I'm gonna go.
I gotta go Dirk. I don't want to like disrespect him.
I'm disrespecting. I'm going Miles Turner.
Yeah, it was Miles Turner. Miles Turner.
Pacers, Miles Turner.
I never thought young Miles Turner was that good. Like, he's good now.
He's all right.
But
I mean,
I still, like, would probably take any version of Dirk over any version of Miles.
I think Miles is just on kind of a team nobody, like, he's on the
Yeah,
Pacers.
he's on the Pacers,
He's on the
yeah.
Pacers. Doesn't do a whole lot.
All right. And then lastly, we got D-Book versus Victor Oladipo.
D-Book
I'm gonna
and
get-
Victor. Dude, was that
Victor, he
was
went on
that
a tear
time
there for
Victor
a year.
with the Panther mask on, like the dunk contest? I gotta go Victor.
He was on a tear there for a minute.
Or who? Sorry.
D-Book.
That's a young D Book. I'm gonna go.
Very,
I'm gonna go
very
Victor.
young.
I'm gonna go Victor.
Yeah, it was D-Book.
What?
D-Book was the 64th best player, 20 spots lower than Jay Crowder.
Help Book and
He had to be like 18, 19.
just say my name.
No, it was Thomas Clark. You're good. But VO was 77. I'm sure going into that 19 season, I think his really good season was LeBron's last year in Cleveland, so I think it was 2019.
D Book in 2018, like 2 years in the league,
Yeah, barely.
if that.
He was still a baller, though, because that Suns team was horrible.
Yeah.
All right.
That
Well,
might have been up to like 71.
yeah, but there's a chance it was. That might have been why they had him so high.
If you're wanting to stay updated on school-wide events, new faces in our community, and more, then you should tune in to the Rocket Productions podcast. The podcast discusses things such as big upcoming sports games, club information, and even hosts different teachers and students for episodes. Check it out on the Rocket Productions YouTube channel every Monday.
I'm here at Trenton Richwine. All right, Scottie Pippen has a tattoo on his forearm. What does it say?
No idea. No idea.
Take a guess.
No, no idea. Zero idea.
It just says Pip.
Pib?
Yeah.
Like P-I-P.
P-I-P.
Oh.
Who am I here with? Coach Nolan. How old was Tiger Woods when he won Masters?
The Masters.
20. It's 21. Maybe if you want to wear
You'll know. All right, who am I here with?
Coach Barker.
All right. Who was the quarterback on the Broncos the last time they beat the Chiefs, other than last week?
Oh God, that was that was probably John Elway
Mm-mm.
or Peyton Manning.
Yeah, you good. All right, good job.
It's been so long I couldn't even it's been a while.
Yeah. Hey, good job at state.
Oh, thanks, appreciate that.
Yep, see you, Barker. All right, who am I here with?
Logan Barker.
All right, got a question for you. Who's older, Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield?
Tyson?
No.
Oh, darn.
He's 57. Holyfield is 61.
Darn.
All right, you have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.
Well, the bell just rung, and I don't think we really our outro. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.